This springtime experience is very special. We're looking for some of the first signs of spring. Pussy willows, crocuses, and I am going with a group that knows exactly what they're doing. They're doing a nature hike right inside the city in some native prairie grassland. And we're gonna find some crocuses, I'm pretty sure. I'm out with a group of Nature Regina folks. They have 3 excellent guides and we've broken up into small groups and now we're looking for crocuses. And I can, just by the murmuring in the background, I think they've found some. Oh look, there's the crocus. There they are. Takes me a bit to get down to them. Crocuses just look like your knuckle poking through the ground. It's kind of like this fuzzy little nub poking through the ground.
Now you generally won't find a crocus surviving right in the brome grass like this, but that area on the patch, they like it really short grass, open areas where either the cattle have been grazing it or it's just for some reason there's not as much vegetation. They always look in these kind of spots where there's patches of open ground.
Crocuses like patches of open ground. They don't like to be with really long grasses. You'll find them where cattle have been grazing or where things have been broken down, worn down.
So all this area, we will find some today, but it's worth coming back on your own and taking a look in these spots once you kind of know this general area. Those are the leftover rose hips from last year. Yeah.
So why are those roses so stunted? Like they just use a special kind of rose hip?
That's the species, low prairie roses. There's woods rose, which is taller, more of a shrub. Low prairie rose. There's a third one I'm forgetting right now.
Okay.
There's 3 good prairie species.
So this is low prairie rose.
All this is all prairie sage, one of the Artemisia species.
What was the other sage?
Pasture sage, we call it. So those are the two common names we use. This is a native aster flower. There we go. Yeah, here we go. There's some down here, you guys. We don't have any nice big posies here yet, but these might continue. And there's also cold day, right? Not much sun, so it's just going to stay kind of cozy. Like prairie plants, like prairie people, they don't take a lot of risks, right? They just they're very cautious and conservative. They're not going to really just go, whoa, it's spring.
Oh, this is so exciting.
These little rosettes are a native prairie plant. You can see a lot on native prairie. Sometimes in little mandelas, say 1 meter in diameter. And there's a couple different species of them. They're called pussy toes or everlasting. The Latin name is Antenaria. And they have these silvery gray, usually silvery gray rosettes like that. One of the plant ecologists tell us that prairie plants will have that kind of lighter green because it's more reflective, right? They're very drought adaptive plants, reflect the sunlight back to the sky instead of absorbing so much of it and then drying out. And then the other strategy that some prairie plants will use is they have little fine hairs on the leaves, which also help them to sort of retain some moisture in the heat.
Oh, look at that little baby one. What a good eye you have to find this little one.
And you have to be careful to not step on other little nubs coming out, because you might see other ones.
Yeah.
So little, so beautiful. This is early in the season.
Oh, that's great here. Here's some.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, next week it might look a little purple here, eh? You might be able to get more than one in a picture.
flower, these three little purple flowers.
And
Pollinated by a moth.
this is a very immature crocus.
Here's another set of crocuses
Just coming up. It's pretty early in the season.
So you can see, if you come back here
look right
in a
here.
week, right over here.
So the whole idea is to go to a patch where there is where the grass is really short, and then once you find some grass that's short, then once you've found the grass that's short, you need to kind of look for little fuzzy nubs. Look for some. And look, there they are.
I think it's more. I think it's overreach.
Go ahead.
It is a potent pill, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not. It didn't quite look silver enough underneath to be silver to me.
Just
One of
kind
them.
of.
Yeah, one.
You're not really letting.
Yeah, this is one of the potent pillars. Where the heck's Glenn? Oh, that guy. Next time we're going to get him out here. Yeah, that's one of them. Silvery enough? I mean, it's silvery and pretty early.
No, not great. Great one. But Grace Rock.
This is the one we're looking at. It's one of the potent pillars. It's a native, and it makes a yellow film. And I think it's silver.
You've got a perfect nail polish. Oh, that's so true, eh? My goodness. I'm just so thrilled that you don't know what this is.
You just have to be so careful that you don't crush them. It would be so easy just to fall on them or accidentally step on them or kneel down on them because you can barely see them. They're exactly the same color as the grass until they pop through and the purple emerges. So we're seeing a lot of really, really immature crocus this morning. But man, I think that in a couple of days this field is going to be completely in bloom. And it is one of the hidden wildlife areas right inside the city. In fact, they are working hard to preserve this area and perhaps even expand on it because it is still natural native grassland. Very rare in the city, but it seems to be thriving. Okay. So careful not to murder any little babies, hey? Did you see these ones? It is just so new. Oh, I'm right in your way. I'm sorry. This one is just so new. It's just emerging. Here's some more of that low bush rose. These are the rose hips from last year. When I think about all the times that I've gone far, far from the city so I can find crocus and just hope to find them, and here they are right in the city. And look at all the people that are out. Look at all the people that are getting the beginnings of spring and celebrating the start of spring.
And it was water up here.
Oh, so they don't like to be wet?
They don't like to be wet. However, it's not wet all the time, and one crocus might accidentally start growing over here. You never know.
That's for sure.
They try it.
This is really important. This is really important when you think that, I mean, it's really not useful land being this close to all the other industry that's around it, but I didn't know this was here, and I feel really lucky, and I want to protect it and care for it.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, like,
that is great.
This is my...
Yeah, we need to change our measure of what's worth money. You know, that's how we look at it, because, okay, so they can't build buildings on here, and they probably aren't going to put a sports field on now that we know what's here. But we need city council to know that. Because right now it's open space. It's a park. They could change.
Is this deer droppings? Do we have deer in this area?
We have rabbit. There may be deer.
Could be dead rabbits.
Up here in the winter. I don't usually see them in the summer. And there's definitely partridges left out of the droppings around.
This is perfect.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, this is my first walk with the Nature Regina.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Well, I'm making a video about, I have a YouTube channel about interesting people doing interesting things. And I don't know, I think there might be a video here of crocuses.
There you go.
And what is this?
That's the flower.
So what do they look like?
And they are just getting their little pink flowers.
Oh.
So because it's so cold, they're small. So they'll keep blooming and get taller, and their leaves will get bigger as the season goes.
These are going to approach 12 inches. And what is this? Leftover?
That one is probably goldenrod, guessing by the type of leaf, the fuzzy spots on the back of the leaf. It could be an after. I sometimes have trouble telling them apart when they're brown leaves.
I can't tell them apart at all, so there you go. I'm learning. So, just prairie like this, kind of prairie that hasn't woken up yet. Prairie that's just coming out of dormancy. You can see a little bit of green, but now I know what to look for to see the baby crocuses. Looks like the gophers are awake already. Look at this one just out. This one just out in the open. It looks like the wind's already had a rip at it though.
Just like a really
Maybe a rabbit came by.
kind of thing.
I can hear a meadowlark, but I can't see it. Can you hear the meadowlark? On a bright sunny day. It's a little cloudy today. And it's a little far away and I can't see it. Between between meadowlarks and magpies. I think they're among my favorite birds. So it looks like we're going to need a couple of days of heat. Maybe I'll come back, check this place out once we've had a couple of days of heat. So there are plenty of rabbits around here. There's rabbit poop everywhere.
Some of these, but I'm careful. I do nothing over 40 pounds.
Blue grama, the side oak grama. There is a green needle, western wheat.
There's another little den, but nobody's woken up there yet. Lots and lots of prairie grass here. Pardon me. Oop.
That's cool. Yes.
Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another little immature crocus. The land is really just waking up. I wonder what these berries are. These berries that are all around them. I'm going to have to ask one of the guides what these berries are. Oh, look at that, right over there. Another crocus. Let's find our way over there without squishing any other crocuses. Here we go. Here we go. Here's another crocus. This is really, really early in the spring. It's kind of amazing. Oh, I just found another one. It's right over there. Hear the geese on the water. I think this one might be a little more promising. Look at that. They're just spread out all over this area. Everybody seems to be finding crocuses. It's pretty great. Can you tell me what's the adaptation? Like, why do these crocuses have the fuzziness? Like, what's the adaptation?
That's a fuzzy little coat, you know, it just keeps things warmer, right, in the cold, because it knows it's a species that comes up really early in the spring when it's still pretty cold. And there could be snowfall any day, as we all know as prairie people. End of April, we often get a big snow.
There is going to be snow.
Yeah, so they're
But maybe a little further north tomorrow, but they're going to get some snow, I saw it. So a fuzzy coat.
Yeah, and it keeps them warm, but it also then, when it gets too hot, it helps to retain moisture if it gets, you know, really hot. That kind of hairiness on prairie plants. You'll see it on other prairie flowers too, especially on the leaves. There'll be a little bit of very fine hairs, and that helps them retain some moisture when it gets hot.
And do you know what these berries are? Because I don't think I heard anybody say what these berries are.
That's the leftover berries from last summer's snowberry, which is a common native shrub, and they're white in the summer, but then as they kind of die back through the winter, they'll darken like this.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
And I want to thank you for this. I mean, I've lived here. I'm a senior retired, and I've lived here my whole life, and I haven't had a chance like this. An opportunity just to explore my own backyard. When I went for crocuses last year, I drove all the way to Arcola.
Okay.
This year it's like I went down Arcola Avenue. So thank you very
Good.
much.
All right, well,
Thanks.
you should join Nature Regina. They do these walks every week or two to different places.
I'm following you guys on Facebook, so I think you'll see me again.
All right, super.
What's your name?
Trevor.
Thank you, Trevor.
All right.
There's a pair of mallard ducks just over there. I'm gonna walk over there really quietly and let's see if we can catch them. I don't know what they're doing, but they look really close, so let's walk over there. At first you won't be able to see them, but as we get closer and over the hill, I think you're gonna be able to see them. Oh, there's another crocus hiding right there. Look at these two ducks. I'm gonna turn you around. So I'm talking really quietly because I don't want to disturb them. You can probably see his green head. Oh, they know I'm coming. Not very happy with me. Okay, have a look at them. There they are. Now, Mrs. Mallard, Mrs. Mallard is more subdued in color, more the color of prairie grasses, or the color of the marsh. Not as important that she have a beautiful display, more important that she stays hidden and under cover. And there they go, Mr. and Mrs. Duck. Maybe we can get a little closer if we walk over here. I don't know, there's always a chance. You can see it's kind of a windy day and it's been raining on and off. It's the perfect day for ducks. Well, see you, Mr. and Mrs. Mallard. I hope you have plenty of ducklings. Wish you all the best. And now I find my way back. Still hunting for crocuses, but now I know what I'm looking for. I'm on my way back to my bag. Oh, look at that. There's some more crocuses. Spring must really be here. There they are. Spring must really be here. There's my bag right over there. Thank you, Nature Regina, for the opportunity to go on a nature hike with you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for making things like this available in the city. If you enjoyed this video, I want to encourage you to join me on more adventures. In fact, why don't you hit that subscribe button so you get notified of all of my adventures. And I want you to go on an adventure with me right now. And here are a couple of suggestions. Just click the link and I'll see you there.